Welcome, one and all, to another Raptors Uprising game. This time against the Nets. Back for the third game of the season. If you missed our last game last night against Oz Gaming took the victory, and the Raptors Uprising now sit at 1-1, the same record that the Nets currently sit at. This game, the third of the season for both of these teams. Raptors looking to stick to their game plan, looking to maintain that which gave them the victory in the first game of the season as we begin here in the first quarter. Antoine Love once again starting things off. Streets quickly getting called for a foul here. Raptors dropped last game 78-66 to Oz Gaming, and before that, as mentioned, won their first game of the season. Bit of a nail-biter in the fourth quarter if you were able to join us for that one. Raptors, though, looking to maintain the success that brought them in early. And the Nets taking a couple of early fouls here, giving the Raptors Uprising considerable possession. Seam is starting things off, going to pass to Antoine Love as the shot clock begins to wind down. 7 seconds left. Antoine looking for an opening. Symptoms ending up with things. Shot's not going to take from Hom, and it's back the other way. Hom called for foul. So we look to find what the Raptors are going to do, if they're going to change up their strategies, if they're going to go back to basics, as the Nets put themselves first to start it off. Antoine Love looking to create some space around this Nets defense. Goes for an early three. Stinks to three. Great start for the Raptors Uprising. Antoine Love sinking a three, showing off some early prowess for the Raptors. This Nets team also going to go for a three, but it's not going to take. They will get the board. Pass things back to Greens. Looking to run back time on that missed three. Hom getting called for a blocking foul there. So the Nets allowed to restart their possession. 14 to go on the shot clock. The net, but no, it doesn't go, and the Raptors going to go back the other way. Antoine Love now driving in, up, and goes down for the dunk. Antoine Love. 5 points early on here in the game. Streets having possession to Greens. Back to Streets, goes for the three, sinks it, and the game is now tied up. Early back and forth here, both teams looking to stay hot. Antoine Love with all the points for the Raptors so far. Now with a chance to work off the foul. Antoine Love finds Hom in the corner. Seam underneath the net. Goes for the reversal. Gets the points. Bit of open coverage there, allowing Seam to work and allowing the points to fall. Breezy now finding Walnut and Greens. Greens deking, finding Walnut. Walnut gonna find 2 more points. Seam able to get a hand on it, but not quite enough. And the game remains close. 3:37 to go in the first quarter. Antoine Love driving all the way. Gonna stop, slow things down. See where they can find some space. Handles all day. Gonna lose the handle, though, unfortunately, on that one. So the Nets with the chance to go back the other way and give themselves a lead. And they do. 10-7 now for the Nets. After Antoine Love strips the ball in the offensive zone. Now bringing it back once again and drawing out a foul from Streets. Looking to see what the Raptors can find. This time Seam going to take the ball off the foul to Antoine. Seam driving in to the corner to Hom. Antoine now looking, moving. Hom underneath. Coverage, though, forces the pass to Symptoms. 2 on the clock. Long shot doesn't go. And the Nets They find themselves moving back the other way. Walnut keeping the passing going. Ball moving a lot here for the Nets team, looking to find some openings. Greens, top of the key, gonna find 2 more points. 12-7 now for the Nets. Antoine Love looking to reverse the fates, looking to stop this momentum the Nets have in the corner. Back to Antoine. The clock. Deep is Symptoms, and he finds 2 points. And the Raptors put a stop to the scoring drive from the Nets. 12-9 now, just 1-3 separating these two teams as we get into the last 2 minutes of this quarter. Back and forth now that the Raptors have found once again after a 5-point scoring drive. Seam down low, gonna slam it home and keep the Raptors nice and close. It's Rizzy as we take a look inside the Bell Gaming Center at the players looking to put on the defensive clinic, trying to stop all the momentum from the Nets. The three's gonna drop. And the Raptors now having to move back the other way. Antoine Love working in, finds some space, pulls it back to Seam. Antoine now, Seam under the net, gets it for 2 more points. Slamming home another dunk. And we approach the final minute of the first quarter. Greens driving in, gonna be stopped off by some good defensive coverage by Hom. Symptoms working on Razy. It's one Wild Walnut with 10 on the shot clock. Greens with a bit of opening, but doesn't go for the shot. Stees, Greens, back and forth. Shot is up. Shot's no good, and the board goes Saps. They have some time. Hom is all alone. Dunks it home for 2 points. And 30 seconds to go. It'll be Greens with the handle. Walnut underneath the net. Gets 2 more points. Raptors looking to add a few more before the quarter winds out here. Antoine Love's driving in. Gonna keep driving. Go for the short shot. Finds it. And probably have a bit more time for one more drive here. The Nets. Raptors needing a stop here as they've closed the gap once again. And it's Razy. Walnut with the pick. Ball comes loose, and the Raptors go back the other way. 8 seconds to go. They have the time. Symptoms is under the net. Passes it back to Antoine. Antoine driving. Lays it up for 2 at the end of the quarter. 2.6 to go. And the Raptors picking it up with only seconds left. And the long shot at the end of the quarter doesn't take. The Raptors finding their footing at the end of the quarter, tying up the game. As we take a look at the conversations being had here from the Bell Gaming Center. Bit rocky in the middle there, but the Raptors are going to be happy with how that one ended up shaking out. Taking a look here at our statistics from the first quarter. Antoine Love leading the point game for the Raptors. 9 points to start things off. Seam following it up with 6. And on the Nets side of things, we'll have to take a look here. We've got a decent point spread. Good percentages on all of their shooting. And we look to see how these teams will adjust in between the quarters here. Things evenly matched as we look at the point totals from our first quarter. 19-19. Everyone contributing from all around. And the Raptors had some excellent game with the steals in their first 2 games of the season, so we'll have to see if they look to that as we go into the second quarter here with only 10 seconds now to go until we start things off. Adjustments to be had. Time winds down and we begin on quarter number 2. It is the Nets starting off with the ball this time around. They'll have the first drive here of the game. Greens once again going to shoot for a three, going to drain it. And it'll be the Nets to lead things off here in quarter number 2 with the points. Antoine Love once again driving the bus here. Hom in the corner, doesn't go for it. Back to Antoine. Team, lots of defensive coverage from the Nets. 10 seconds on the clock. Antoine working, dribbling to seam underneath. Down it goes. 2 points for the Raps. They're going to bring things back within 1 as they'll look to stop the Nets on this drive. Greens has Streets in the corner. Doesn't go though. Raps going to get the board. And Symptoms and Hom are deep. Hom with the reverse dunk. Driving home. The Raptors now taking the lead. Greens goes for the short shot. Going to find it there with some space in the middle. Raptors now having to reset. Antoine. Decent coverage, lots of traffic in the middle. Going to go for the shot anyway, though, and sinks it like nothing. As Antoine, once again, having a great showing here in the game. This is something that we saw a lot of in game number 1 as well. Draining lots of those shots. And a steal there from the Raptors, but the Nets going to recover on the pass and go and move it back the other way. Long shot there. Gonna sink, and the Nets recovering nicely from what could have been a dangerous scenario. Seam now to crush in the corner. Passing coming in from the Raptors. Antoine finding a bit of room. Not gonna go for the shot though as Walnut comes in. Symptoms out. 3 doesn't go. And it's Greens once again moving up the court, but foul coming in here. And the Nets will work things out. Shot from Walnut. Drains. And the Nets adding a bit to their lead, but just a bit, as Antoine Love looks to start the scoring drive. Doesn't get it though. And there's Crazy all alone, goes up for the slam, gets it down. Uprising take a timeout. So the Raptors looking to reset a little bit here before the gap widens too far. 31-26 for the Nets at the moment. And Antoine and Seam having led the charge for most of this game thus far. Raptors, you saw, grabbing another steal in the quarter. Unfortunately, couldn't convert on that one. So we'll have to see if they can maintain that and convert it into points. 22 seconds on the timeout. Raptors Uprising needing to slow things down, taking these timeouts to work it all out here. 7 seconds to go and we get back into the action. And see what the Raptors Uprising cooked up on their timeout. It'll be their ball to start it off. And we'll see if they can break through the Nets defense. Symptoms looking to lay a pick. Seam gonna get the and one on that one. So he's gonna go to the line and get himself another chance to grab some points onto the board. So 2 points and 1. Seam grabbing 3 total on that drive. Great way to come back from the timeout. Raptors got to be happy with that one. Greens now finds Walnut, handing it back and forth, but the Raptors defense all over them. Ball goes loose, and it's Crush going the other way. Finding Hom, up and good for 2 points. Raptors tie it up. Timeout looked like it worked well wonders for them as they managed to shift the momentum. And some nice double coverage leads to the drop pass, and it's going to be Hom looking to go the other way, but no, it's the Nets getting the ball back. And the Nets going to draw out a foul from Crush. They'll get the chance to start their offense once again from the sideline. Walnut in the corner, lots of room. Gets it to go. Antoine Love now. Guarded by Streets, but shakes him off. Dribbling. Looking to get open here or find someone that is, such as Seam. 10 on the clock. Antoine finding Hom. Gonna go and throw it down and grab a foul for the end one. 2 points, and he'll go to the line. So let's see what Hom can do with this extra point offering. Times it up, throws it down, and the Raptors once again bringing it back to tied. Very tight game here in the second quarter. These teams very evenly matched thus far as we take a look inside the Bell Gaming Center once again. Checking out how the players are doing. 10 seconds, Walnut not going to go for the three, going to give it to Streets instead, and that's going to drain. Nothing but net there for Streets. And Antoine Love now. Finds Seam. Double coverage there. Going to give it back to Antoine. Look to create some space. Crossing over. Symptoms! Doesn't get it to go. And managing to create some space there with a little bit of passing. Getting the Nets defenders to give up the ball now on offense. Hom is going to get the steal. Give it to Antoine. And Antoine drawing the foul. Steve's going to be called for a personal foul. And the Raptors, 17 seconds on the shot clock. Once again, working this passing game that created some space earlier on. Antoine drawing the here, and nice moves, going to get him open on the elbow. Gets it to fall down good for two. And the Raptors, once again, keeping this as Greens looks for a long three, and that's not going to go. But the Nets managed to get it back, and Streets is underneath the net, so they get some points after all. And 47 seconds here, quarter, first half of the game. Antoine Love hoping to find a way to get a couple before things end off. Seam under the net, lots of coverage, crushes in the corner though for three, not enough for a. The Nets with 26 to go, back the other way. It's Greens to Walnut. Walnut's hand slamming it home to make it a 4-point game with 23 to go. Raptors going to see if they can get something here to end things off. Make it only a 2-point lead, possibly one if they can find a three. It's Seam to Antoine. Antoine working on line. No room, driving in, shooting, yes, gets it to go, and 3.5 remain. The Raptors within two. The Nets going to see if they can get something here, but not going to be enough time as we go into halftime. Raptors down 2 points. We're going to take a brief break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back as we check out these highlights from the first half. It is 40-38 for the Nets over the Raptors. Nets getting the first possession of the second half. Welcome back to the Raptors Uprising versus the Nets here as we get into the second half, this third quarter. As a small lead for the Nets is Antoine Love giving the symptoms as the Raptors look to make a slight change of pace here in the second half. Only a small lead. But we'll look as they try and change things up here for the rest of the game. 5 minutes to review. Symptoms now. 3 points to start it off. Very good start if you're the Raptors. Very exciting if you come back after that half and take yourselves 3 points to start things off. Some stats from the first half. Raptors ending up with 4 steals on the half, so good start from them. Hom now slamming it down, and the Raptors off to a hot start. Got to shut down the Nets, keep scoring the points the way that they have, as Greens looks to find Stees. In the meantime, as the Raptors reset, we've got the chance to go and listen in at the Bell Gaming Center and hear what they're talking about. Let's go and take a look.
Remember, I got cut, Tony. Keep calling them up. Hey, you.
Setting it lower now. I knew that was about to fucking happen behind the back.
Oh, no. That's clear.
He under him.
Come on, please.
Get a stop right here.
Yep. Hey, I got 3. I'm on green.
I've been.
I'm on it.
Give me that.
Come on.
Are back, and some good defensive communication there that we heard from the Raptors, managing to get themselves a steal out of that one too. So keeping with the coverage talk, very nice to hear as they maintain this lead, and the Nets draining a 3 there. Short 3 on that one. So the Raptors now looking to keep up this momentum that they have. Seam. Got a lot of coverage here on the line from the Nets, but the Raptors able to draw out a foul, and they will get the chance to try again. Streets on the foul on that one. And Antoine Love with the handle on this one. It's Symptoms now. Dishing back to Antoine. Shot clock is winding down. Pick is set. Shot is up! Not quite enough. And the Nets go back the other way. Going to be a pass to Greens there. Antoine on the defense. On Streets. Shot clock's getting low. Streets to Greens. 5 to go. Driving in. It's Streets under the net. And Streets with the dunk. Antoine Love now charged with setting things up here for the Raptors. Finding Symptoms to Antoine. And it's going to go back the other way as the Nets pick up with an interception on that one. Symptoms on the defensive coverage, trading off with Tom. And they're going to get the steal, so they're going to get the chance to go back the other way. Symptoms, lots of room. Up he goes! 2 points for the Raps. And a reversal of fortune coming in there, allowing them to stop the Nets and add 2 points on top of that. Greens with the ball now. Looking for Streets, not going to go, so the Raptors have an opportunity to even it out here or take the lead if they can find it. Antoine finding Seam, and Seam going to know up and good with a nice move on that one. And the game is tied once again. Back and forth here in the third quarter. And the defensive pressure from the Raptors is looking excellent here as the Nets can't find anything, especially if Symptoms takes away the ball, finds Crush, slams it down. Well done by the Raptors. The defense looking excellent so far in this quarter. We also got the chance to hear the call-outs that they are using on the defense. They are keeping the communications clear, and it is working in their favor as the Nets are going to call a timeout here as the Raptors have taken the lead 51-49, and they are winning in the point totals on the quarter thus far. And the contributions we're seeing coming in now from everywhere. 5 steals for Crush, points from Seam, points from Hom, Symptoms with the assists, the steals, and the points. Bit of everything there. And Antoine Love, of course, leading the charge here. 16 points, 9 assists. Everybody looking good so far. They have turned things on here in the third quarter. Nets now having to reset. A lot of their points coming in from 2 sources here, Walnut and Greens. So far on top in this one. Nets down 2. Let's see if this timeout makes any kind of a difference for them. We start off with the ball, 7 on the clock. Greens with the handle, 5 to go. He's going to find Walnut underneath the net. And the game is tied. Antoine Love, bit of pressure coming in from Streets, but manages to find Crush. Seam now has a bit of space here if you can set the pick, but it's going to be Antoine with the handles. 8 seconds, room in the middle, foul comes out. Jeez, block the foul. So Raptors have the ball, 55 seconds left in the quarter. 9 seconds to go. Antoine looking to find something here. Clock running down a bit. Seam with the pick laid. Hom in the corner. Shoots it down for another 2 points for the Raptors. Late here in the third quarter. 40 to go, and the Nets driving back the other way. Steez is under the net, finding Walnut. And it's going to be a foul there. Crush. Got to keep an eye on Steez here with the fouls. Walnut. 10 seconds to go. Raptors keeping the defensive pressure up. And Steez going to be no good. 20 seconds. The Raptors have a chance to add on to their lead here before the quarter expires. Antoine Love holding on to the ball. They can drive the clock low enough. They can deny the Nets another chance. Antoine driving in, lays it up for 2. 2.2 on the clock. Raptors with a 4-point lead. Third quarter about to expire. Going to be a long shot here from the Nets. Doesn't quite go, but fairly close. So the Raptors with a 4-point lead as we go into the fourth quarter here. Finally managed to find their footing here as Hom has come up to 15 points on the evening so far. After the performance in the first half, the third quarter has been excellent for Hom. Excellent for Crush with the 5 steals once again. And contributions laid out all over the court for the Raptors. But not only that, they've managed to stifle the Nets. The Nets with only 11 points on the quarter after 19 and 21 respectively in the first half. So the Raptors have managed to lay themselves out and, lay the Nets out defensively. And they'll look to keep up that performance going into the fourth here with the chance to close out the game. Looking to go up 2-1 on the season as an important game. Every game is an important game. No game able to be dropped in this season. Ahead to next week, it's going to be the Cavs Legion as the Raptors on its next Wednesday, 6 p.m. That'll be the next game for the Raptors as we take a look ahead here. But time winding down in between the quarters here. And Raptors looking to keep their foot on the gas. Going to have the chance to start quarter with the ball. And the Antoine up the middle, lots of room. Starts it off right. A nice easy layup there, finding tons of space under the net. And the Raptors got to be happy with that one. Walnut managing to get a couple points back here. Trying to keep the Nets in it as much as possible. And the Raptors once again driving down the court. Antoine Love shoots it up. Trails a three. Nice little stop-up three-pointer there from Antoine Love. Barely out of transition with that one, and he managed to find three. And it is going to be a foul called on the Raptors. Nets, though, are under some serious defensive pressure here. 10 seconds on the clock. Green looking to handle, but covered all over, not going to be able to sink it. Seam called for a personal foul. So the Nets, after getting the board, will get the chance to try once again. Down 7 points now, and it's Walnut from the top of the key. Can't get it on the foul line. So the Raptors going to be able to reset themselves here into the offensive zone. Tom with the ball to Antoine. Covered by Streets. He's actually going to take it away. And the Nets back in the offensive zone. Greens to Walnut. Can't find it though, and the Raptors going to take it away. Going to go back the other way. Antoine Love going to find himself in possession once again. Working from the top. Nets trying to keep defense on him. 10 seconds to go. And it's Seam now. Finding Crush under the net. Nice defense from the Nets, though, is going to deny any points on that one. So it's been a defensive battle here in the fourth quarter. And now it is not going to go. So once again, no one able to sink a point here for a couple of minutes. Symptoms. Antoine, Raptors looking to get back on the board. Hom is going to be the man to do it with the and one, and that is the 6th personal foul from Steez on that one. And Antoine Love going to the line, sinks it, and the Raptors now 63-53. Hom going to get his shot. And it is good as well. 64-53. Raptors up 11 points. 3:40 to go in the fourth quarter. Raptors have come alive here. They are absolutely on fire. And Tom with some nice defense, but is called for the foul. So Walnut going to go to the line. Walnut going to break the shot from the line too. And get another attempt here. Try and change things up. And he does sink that one. But only one of the two possible points keeps the Raptors with a healthy lead. And Symptoms gives it back to Antoine. 24 points on the evening. Looking absolutely on fire. They cannot touch him. Antoine just finding Hom, throwing it home. The Raptors Uprising, 12 points ahead of the Nets. Greens now has Crush all over him. Does find Walnut, but Walnut is absolutely smothered by Hom. Is going to get it to go home in the end, but it is still all the Raptors here so far in the fourth quarter as Antoine Love looks to move past Streets, and he does. But Streets is going to get it back, see if they can defend it, and they did. So very nice defense there from Antoine. And the Nets actually calling a timeout after that one. Streets managing to get the steal, but not managing to get anything with it. And the Raptors are still leading in the steals category here, 10-8. Looking very, very hot here. 11 points to 5 so far in the fourth quarter. And it has been a clinic. 2 players at that 20-point mark for the Raps. It's Walnut at 24 for the Nets. Spread on offense there. Number of boards, the steals coming in from Crush. 6 steals from Crush on the night. Don't want to handle the ball with him around, that's for sure. And Antoine Love also 12 assists on the night. He has been contributing to so many of these Raptors points as the timeout expires, and it'll be Steez on the inbound to Greens for a quick 3. Doesn't go. Board to Walnut, and it is a foul by the Raptors. So Steez once again going to inbound it to Greens. No quick 3 this time as Hom all over Greens here. Not going to let him get anything. Crush coming in to back it up, and Hom with the steal. Raptors going to go the other way here. Antoine Love handling it. Seam pretty open. Defenders coming in. And just going to hold it. Time winding down here. As we approach 2 minutes. Seam now onto the net. Oh, doesn't quite get it to go. Very contested shot there, and Streets is all alone for a layup. Eight points. The Nets have a ways to go. So the Raptors wanting to put things away. We'll look to add on to this lead. Antoine Love has Seam right there with him. Ball to Seam to Antoine. Back and forth. Antoine looking to create some space. Symptoms with the 3. Yes, sir. It goes for 3 points. That is good. And the Raptors getting tons of contribution here. Greens with the short shot doesn't go. And that is going to keep the lead at 11 for the moment. Antoine Love has some time, has some space, has a 3. Good for 3. Threes draining from everybody tonight. The Raptors reigning at home in all directions. The Nets looking for anything they can get. But the defense and the offense have all been excellent tonight as we approach the of play. Antoine Love. Hom is open. So is Antoine. Has a lot of defenders on him. He is a threat. And Nets, though, going to grab a steal and go back the other way. Lots of work to do to cut down on this lead. 3 to start it off. Still a 9-point lead, though, for the Raptors. Only 45 seconds to go. Tough spot to be in if you are the Nets. Raptors got to be feeling pretty good about this one. Antoine Love to Hom. Clock winding down. And this should be all she wrote. We'll see as the last 25 seconds wind down. Symptoms for 3. Yes, that one too. Added on. Count it. 3 more points. Everybody getting their shot tonight. As the time winds down here, the Nets going to go and grab 2 more. 14 seconds on the clock. Hom going to hold on to the ball. Going to throw it over to Symptoms. Antoine Love, 11 seconds to go. Get a 3. Don't close things out. 9 to go. 13-point lead. It's all just for show now, folks. Greens not able to make it. Raptors Uprising take the 3rd game of the season, 78-65. And they are going to move to 2-1 on the season. A fiery fourth quarter from the Raptors. And they are looking hot after that one. As we take a look inside the Bell Gaming Center, high fives abound. Everyone looking happy. Everyone feeling good after that one, despite a slow, even start. Nothing on that fourth quarter. The Raptors were absolutely on fire, drilling threes, raining shots, stifling on the defense. That was quite the clinic that we just saw there, as Coach Nick giving his players some props. Everyone looking happy, everyone feeling good. That is our show winding to a close, but riding off the high of that one, we will be back next week, Wednesday, May 15th, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. The Cavs Legion up against the Raptors Uprising. Don't forget to tune in, folks. It's going to be a great one. We will see you then. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.